Hello and welcome to the Voice of Todd, and another video I never thought I would make. When I did my The Future of Halo video, I'll pin it at the end, feel free to check it out. I talked honestly about the issues with 343 and the current state of the Halo franchise as I saw it, and I touched on the wider responsibility at Xbox. I'll play the clip, but this got me thinking hard about the current state of Xbox as a brand, and how I feel as a 20+ year veteran of said brand. Here's the clip I wanted to share. There's so many things that Phil Spencer has done for the betterment of the Xbox brand, for unification across all factors of Xbox. This failure lies squarely at his feet, because he's let this happen. It's on his watch that Halo has festered and burned. It's not good enough. The reason that Xbox is alive, that it's a brand that's lasted for over 20 years, is because of Halo. In all honesty, it's because of Bungie's Halo. And right now, Halo, 343, and Xbox are at a crossroads. The future of Xbox is at a crossroads. That's not actually a new development, is it? Since the launch of the Xbox One, the Xbox brand has been struggling. It's been compounded since the Series XS. Both consoles are great. The X has the power and the S has the affordability price point for people who don't care about power. But what good are consoles when there are so few games? Again, this is an issue with the last Gen 2. The Xbox One lifecycle wasn't strong. And we're going to look at the first party exclusive releases across both generations, compare them to when the 360 reigns supreme. Don't get me wrong, Sony aren't perfect. But the one thing they do better than arguably anyone else is make games that their players want to play. This video isn't about Sony, so I'm not going to talk about their exclusives. This video is based on comparing the 360 era to the Game Pass era. Xbox against Xbox. Also, this isn't me saying gaming was better back in my day. Well, not intentionally. This is more of a look at what we had and how it's crumbling to dust. Games got better in every way over the past 15 years. Technology has vastly improved. I'm looking at the strength of the Xbox brand and their first party power. Nothing else. So, let's start looking at the 360 era. Here are a few pics of the franchises Xbox have under their banner. Most of these are first party, but there are a few exceptions. Obviously, number one is Halo. Starting with Halo 3 in 2007, Halo Wars and Halo 3 ODST in 2009, Halo Reach in 2010, and Halo CE Anniversary in 2011. We close out with Halo 4 in 2012. 5 new Halo games, 1 remaster. 3 games from Bungie before they left the franchise, 1 from Ensemble Studios, 2 from 343 Industries, 1 being a remaster. Number 2 is Gears of War. So Gears of War in 2006, Gears of War 2 in 2008, and 3 in 2011, closing out with Judgment 2013. That's 4 games for an entirely new franchise produced by third-party studio Epic Games, who have since left the franchise. Number 3 is Forza. This one is very much in favour of the latter generations, but it's a tentpole of the Xbox Game Studios brand and one of the best racing series out ever made. So we had Forza Motorsport 2 in 2007, Motorsport 3 in 2009, Motorsport 4 in 2011, and Forza Horizon in 2012. 3 games from Turn 10, 1 from Playground Games. Number 4, Fable. Currently playing it over on the Todd Plays Games channel, but it's a big franchise for Xbox. It never met the promises from the development team, and there's a reboot/new game in the works, but it counts. Fable 2 was released in 2008 with the arcade pub games, Fable 3 in 2010 with the tie-in phone game Fable Coin Golf, then Fable Heroes, an arcade game, and Fable The Journey, a Kinect game, in 2012. So that's 2 mainline Fable games, 3 mobile/arcade games, and a Kinect game nobody cared about. there was also a remaster of the first game with Fable Anniversary in 2014. Another franchise that's been left out in the cold, number 5 is Perfect Dark. Debuted on the 360 with Perfect Dark Zero in 2005, I believe after the acquisition from Rare, and a remaster of Perfect Dark from the N64 days for Xbox Arcade in 2010. So one game from Rare and one remaster from 4J Studios. This next one is a little bit out there, but I'm including it because it's a JRPG that sold really well in Japan, which is a focus for Xbox with the current generation of consoles. Number 6 is Lost Odyssey. Developed by Mistwalker and Feel Plus. I really liked Lost Odyssey, and it's just vanished. It released on the 360 in 2007, 2008, depending on where you live. I'm also going to link in here Blue Dragon. Same kind of idea, same publishers. Released on the 360 in 2006, but it's now turned into a Nintendo exclusive franchise. Finally, franchise 7, State of Decay. Released on the 360 in 2013, it was a pretty solid game from Undead Labs, who were later acquired by Xbox. So I'll admit, I'm pushing it quite a bit with Lost Odyssey, but it doesn't matter really because they never made another one. But in total that's 19 games, excluding the arcade stuff and remasters, from 7 franchises over a 7-year period. Most importantly, 9 games between Halo and Gears, the 2 biggest franchises that Xbox have. So let's move on to the Xbox One and the Game Pass era combined. So this is 2 generations, the previous and the current. As many of you will know, the Xbox One launched in 2013 with a few issues. And then in 2020 we got this Series X and S. And sticking by the list, anything new that I add, I'll make note of. But let's start with Halo. With this new generation, we got Halo Master Chief Collection. Yes, it launched as a total mess in 2014, and there was key games missing, but it's actually a very competent collection of games now. But this is just Halo the Bungie years on one disc. I don't think it counts. We also got Halo 5 in 2015, 343 Industries' second and personal worst Halo game, along with the mobile game Spartan Assault, which came to consoles in 2014, and Spartan Strike, currently not on console. We also got Halo Wars 2 from Creative Assembly in 2017. I'm going to count that as 2 games, as we're ignoring the mobile stuff and the arcade stuff. Oh, and let's not forget Halo Infinite in 2021. A total of 3 new entries in the flagship series franchise in 8 years. Gears. Another remaster to start with. Gears of War Ultimate Edition gave a bit of polish to the original game, and Gears of War 4, the first from the Coalition, the custodians of the Gears of War franchise, in 2016. That was followed by Gears 5 in 2019 and Gears Pop, a mobile game which was shut down in 2021. We also got the excellent Gears Tactics from Splash Damage and the Coalition in 2020, so I'm going to say that's 3 games here. Franchise 3 really hit its stride. Forza Motorsport 5 was a launch title for the Xbox One in 2013, and we got new entries every year until 2018, with Turn 10 and Playground Games taking turns. So that takes us to Motorsport 5 to 7 and Horizon 2 to 4, all between 2013 and 2018. 6 quality games in 6 years, pretty good going. And add to that the beautiful Horizon 5 in 2021 and the soon to be released Motorsport, effectively Motorsport 8, this year. That's a total of 8 games since 2013. Franchise 4 was Fable. We saw one release in 2017 with Fable Fortune, a card game, but I don't think that counts. A reboot of the franchise was officially announced E3 2019 with Playground Games taking the lead. We don't really know much more about it and there's no release date, so not including the arcade stuff, that's a big fat 0. Franchise 5, Perfect Dark, is also getting a reboot, officially announced in 2020, with the initiative taking lead development. The last update from November 2022 said the initiative was rebuilding after the departure of several senior staff members. So, adding all that together, that's another 0. Franchise 6 is DOA, so let's bring in a new Xbox property that launched on the Xbox One in 2013. Killer Instinct. Yeah, seemed like a one and done. Franchise 7, we got State of Decay 2, 2018. And Undead Labs are hard at work with State of Decay 3, so we'll chalk that up as another 1 for Undead Labs at the time of recording, as State of Decay 3 still has no release date. Things get a bit messy here, because in 2018, Microsoft acquired Undead Labs, Ninja Theory, Playground Games, Consumption Games, inXile Entertainment, and in 2021 they acquired the ZeniMax Media Group, bringing in Bethesda Games Studios, Arcane Studios, id Software, Machine Games, Tango Gameworks, and ZeniMax Online Studios. Basically a load of franchise that probably will be exclusive to the Xbox platform, but we don't really know, so to make it easy, I'm going to forget almost everything, as a lot of this was multi-platform with PlayStation and the same era, or is currently so deep in development that I doubt we'll see a release date in 2023. Big exception is Starfield, which I'm going to bet will be pretty huge, but is not out yet. Actually, the official release date was 6th of September. Still, I included Forza Motorsport, so I probably should. We know Starfield is coming. We'll chalk one up for Todd Howard and Bethesda. And one for Arcane Austin, because Redfall is due to drop in the next couple of months, and I'm feeling generous. So that gives us a total of 18 new games. Remember, I'm not counting remasters, remakes, and arcade or mobile stuff, across 7 different franchises, well, more than that if we're including the acquisitions, over a 10-year period, half of them being Forza entries shared between Turn 10 and Playground Games. Breaking that down between the 2 staples of Halo and Gears, we got 6 games. At time of recording, and I would argue potentially leading into the next 6 months, Halo is in a real mess under 343 Industries, and Gears is MIA at this point. It doesn't look good, does it? There will be things in the works that we don't know about, and there have been lots of games I've left off. For example, Grounded and Pentiment from Obsidian, but only because I don't see them as franchises. I've focused in on what made Xbox in the 360 era, and the love and support or lack of these franchises I've had since. I missed off Titanfall due to Titanfall 2 and Apex being multi-platform, and the same with Mass Effect. All the sequels were multi-platform too. Honourable mention to Alan Wake, as this was a 360 exclusive, but is now multi-platform, so it doesn't count. Xbox does have games, and Game Pass is the best deal in gaming, but Xbox isn't nurturing the franchises that I love, no, that I adore. Halo is failing. Gears might as well be done at this point. Perfect Dark and Fable are so far away you couldn't count on them. All the acquisitions since 2018 have yet to bear fruit due to existing multi-platform deals, timed exclusivity contracts, and the probability that games like Fallout and Elder Scrolls will be available on every platform because that makes business sense. Microsoft like money. Same reason COD will be on everything if the Actibliz deal goes through. It's still up in the air, who knows, I'm not qualified to comment on that. But just looking at the numbers, it's worse than I thought. And I love the Xbox brand. There isn't much more that I can say other than Xbox, I love you, but I don't think this is working. It's not me, it's you, and I think we really need to see other people. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you in the next one.